All right, so we're going to be working a little bit on this prime factorization stuff. We're going to work on prime factorization. All right, so what is the prime factorization of 6? Well, okay, so how do we figure out the prime factorization of 6? Well, first we need to know what the prime numbers are. So these are what I call the prime primes right here. These are the prime primes. In other words, there are a lot more prime numbers in this, but these are the prime ones. These are the ones you really need to know. So I call them the prime primes. So now we know what the prime primes or the prime numbers are. We need to factor. And factor means multiply. So how can we get the prime factorization of 6? All right, so we'll start with 6. And then we're going to factor out. All right, we're just going to factor out. So if you have a handy dandy multiplication, calculator, decimals calculator, you know that 2 times 3 is 6. Now 2 is a prime number and 3 is a prime number. So the prime factorization of 6 is going to be 2 times 3. And that'll be this answer right here. So you would choose this answer in IXL, and terrific. All right, so let's work on our next one. So why don't we go ahead and get our Desmos.com. Desmos.com, that's our calculator that we use. Go to scientific calculator. That's the best one to use for what we're going to be doing. All right, so let's go back. All right, so the question is, what's the prime factorization of 15? What is the prime factorization for 15? So, hey, here's some of the hidden sauce, all right? The last number in 15 is a 5. So that means that we can divide by 5. So we can go to decimals and we can go 15 divided by 5. And that gives us an answer. The answer is 3. So we can come back here and we can say 15 is 3 times 5. Now, 3 is a prime number, right? 5 is a prime number. So since both of our answers, both of the factors are both primes, we can say 3 times 5. And that would be what answer up here? Do you see it? Do you see it? Do you see 3 times 5? It's right here. So I'm going to hit this on IXL, then I'm going to hit this, and it says I'm correct. And the next one we're working with right here is, what's the prime factorization of 16? Now look at the last number in 16. This number is an even number. So whenever you have an even number, you can divide by 2. So we can just go to our decimals and divide 16 divided by 2, and the answer is 8. So now we can come back here and we can say, hey, I know what the answer is. 16 divided by 2. 2 is a prime number. I'm going to circle it. Is 2 times 8. Now, 8 is not a prime number. So I need to break 8 down. So 8 is an even number as well. So I can go back to my handy dandy decimals calculator and I can do 8 divided by 2. And that's going to give me 4. All right. So now I'm back here and I'll do 2. And I'm going to circle my 2 because it's a prime number times 4. And you're looking, you're saying, hey, 4 is not a prime number, so I need to break 4 down. And if you have your handy dandy decimals calculator, you'll find that 2 times 2 is 4, right? 2 times 8 is 16. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 2 is 4. So what do we have? We have 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So let me see. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. That looks good. I think that's the answer. 2 times 2 times 2. No, there are 4 2's here. There are only 3 here, so that's not the answer. 2 times 4 is 8, but 4 is not a prime number. And I want a prime factorization. I want prime factorization. So 4 is a factor, but it's not a prime factor. And this is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. That's 5 2's. I don't want 5 2's. I just want 1, 2, 3, 4. I want these 4 2's. So the answer is going to be this one. So I'm going to choose it, hit submit, and super, we have the right answer. So now you know how to solve these problems for E6. So go ahead and work out those problems. Make at least 80%. Once you make 80%, we're going to give you 100%. So work on these problems until you get 80%, okay?